here.
Excuse me.
Okay. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything is good.
You had a cough there. Is it COVID?
No, it's not COVID. It's just a normal cough.
It sounds like a COVID
Sinus.
cough. There is a difference between a COVID cough and a normal cough. You understand that, right?
Listen,
Yeah, I do understand.
Okay, that sounded like a slight COVID cough.
The COVID is no more.
It's
Very
no more.
honest with you.
It's gone, right? It's
Look around. Look around.
I'm looking around me. I don't
How
see
many
anybody. There's
people-
nobody here. I'm looking around me. I don't see anybody.
No. What I'm saying is, there is a lot of people out there. Like they are not like even taking their mask, their face.
Can you put a mask on
Right.
while we talk on the phone so I don't get it?
All right.
Let me know when you have the mask on. I'm holding.
I do have my mask on.
Okay. Now, how can I serve you today? You've got my full attention.
Yeah, so actually I was calling to check like if we could use any additional capital for your business.
Yes, I would like to get
Yeah.
some additional capital for the business. I would be interested in that, please.
Yeah, may I ask you like how long have you been running your business? How long has it been?
I've been running the business for 14 years. I've been in business for 17 years, though, but I've been running it for 14 years.
Must say, that's a long time.
It is. It's a lot
Well,
longer
yeah.
than 2 years, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's also a lot
exactly.
longer than 3 months, is it not? Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Would you join
Yeah.
me and would you join me in this statement in saying that 14 years is longer than 18 days?
Yeah, obviously. 14
Okay,
years
all
is
right.
very longer.
Now let me throw this out to you. This is gonna blow your mind. Would you agree with me that 14 years is longer than 13 years, 7 months, 7 days, 14 hours, and 7 minutes and 47 seconds? Would you agree with that?
I don't know how to answer that.
Well, the answer to that is Bartle do, or the Ting Tao. The Ting Tao and the Bartle do.
I gotcha.
Okay.
But like, let me ask you something. Like,
Okay.
What kind of plants do you have on?
What kind of
in your
plants?
business?
I've got a little fern that's on my desk here. I've got a couple of little those little Venus flytraps. I've got a little house plant that I can't figure the name of it. I've got an aloe plant. I've got a lot of different plants around here, but no marijuana.
I got you. All right, so let's do one thing. Let us send you some details over to you first so that you can have a look at our company first. Once you're done having a look, then
I
we'll
love the
call you back
deets.
after
I love
that,
the
all right?
deets. The deets are my favorite. I love the details. Oh, I forgot to mention the bonsai plant. I got a bonsai plant too. Now, let me ask you this.
Good
Give me the
to hear.
details. I'm ready for the details. Let's get into the minutia of the
Alright.
details. What are they?
All right. We would be sending it to your email. All right.
Well, just tell me over the phone. I'm all ears, except for when they're closed and they're stuffed up. But I'm all ears right now. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying is to your email or fax some basic details about our company.
I will say. Hold on a second. By the very definition, details are not basic. They're very detailed. There's nothing basic about details.
Yes, true.
So let's go in depth over the phone. Just read them to me. Read me the details. I'm willing, ready, and able to listen to the details.
Thank you for your time. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So now that we've done all these thank yous, can we go ahead and get into the details? Well, wait a second. What's going on? He hung up on me, this son of a mother. Let's go. Let's call him back. By the way, greetings, members, one and all, of the Salivation Nation.
Please leave your message.
Oh, come on. Sorry, I had him on hold for about 5 minutes before we came on live. But I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Welcome. Appreciate you all. We got Steve LaPointe is here, John Knox is here, and congratulations to Tony Erickson. Shoot me some pics when you of the stuff you got. That's awesome that you got some cool new coins for Tony Erickson. That is awesome. Good to see you guys. Steve Bannon, not Steve Bannon, John Bannon is here. Good to see James Smith. Welcome. I'm glad you guys are with me here tonight. And let's see here. Greetings, Cemetery Shop. Good to see you. All right. Very good. And our best says here, buy the dip, keep on stacking, make America gold again. There you go. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. And Cemetery Shop says here, I'll look for some rhodium when I go to the coin show. Yo, good luck. Not saying I'd buy any, but I want to get the feel for the market. Who buys it? What and do I lose off spot if I sell? But really, what I'm looking for is some old-timey gold. A couple of St. Gaudens double eagles as a target. Shows January 5th. My prediction is that gold will take a dramatic spike on the 4th. If it does, I'll blame you. There you go. Well, you know, I've never seen rhodium at the largest show. Not that I've really seeked it out, but you may find some. Let me know if you do find any. Be very interesting. John Hukulaka is here. Welcome. Good to see you. Matthew Crush Life is with us tonight. Good to see you. F37 Metal is here. Tom Larson is here. So Wilsilla Stacker says, I could barely imagine how much work it would take for you to do an entire full stack video. But my goodness, what a gorgeous and inspiring sight I'm sure that would be. Now, Wilsilla Stacker, yep, I have done work on all of those. I've done a platinum, palladium full stack video, a silver full stack video, a gold full stack video, and yes, wait for it, a tungsten full stack video. Yes, that's right. Very good. Thank you, Culture of Currency. Hope you had a Merry Christmas too. Good to see you. James Unleashed is with us tonight. Rob Moran is here. All right. And Moto 3200 says, healthy, wealthy life. Do you buy old coins? I need money to buy silver coins. The banks do not sell real money. Sorry for me not believing in the banks to help with inflations. Yeah, well, the banks essentially, the central banks cause inflation, and the banks are a party to it, right? And God we trust, looking up, stacking up in Jesus Christ's holy name. Very good. Keep on stacking. Yes, indeed. Now, go to eBay if you want to sell some of the old coins. Niels Han Dynasty is here. Good to see you. Halkalugi is with us tonight. Very good. All right, let's see. And Hengsta says, I agree with you. Gold being the 2024 winner, I think if silver had broken into the low 40s and ended up around 41, it would be a different story. Yes. Can you imagine if that would be the case? I think so. I would agree with that. Although the volatility is a strike against silver even on the way up. And the full guitar pick video, that's right, exactly. And I've got that, man. I tell you what, I'm going to treasure that pick, man. This ebony pick that you made for me, CCT, is extravagant. It is amazing. That is so cool. That's handmade. I don't know. I'm very nervous to actually use it to play it. Just the fact that it's handcrafted. That was so cool. I will be showing it in another video. Mark my words on that. All right. Let's say I won the lottery. Will you be my financial advisor for a small fee? Yes, indeed. For a small fee, Matthew. No, I'm kidding. I would be your financial advisor. Sure. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. And where are we at? Let's get on moving here, too. William Fender says, I seriously doubt it was a glitch. I can just about bet someone took advantage of it behind the scenes. Probably HRC or somebody like her. Yeah, it's hard to say. My guess is it probably was really a glitch. Essentially, it was, and I think, an after the market hours trading. Likely no places were able to take advantage of it. I don't know. I don't know if there's any paper versions of Rhodium out there. I don't think it's a big enough market for that. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jam Unleashed, for posting a link to CCT's channel. And let's see here. And we've got here Stephen Wagner. There was no glitch. The insiders were ready to buy the dip in paper. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about the rhodium market to know if there is a paper market. My guess is, I don't know. Maybe a futures market? Who knows? But Modern Numismatics Guy says here, the cure to low prices is low prices. Eventually, the miners will have to dramatically reduce production. The banks are still lending money to the mines so the banks can buy the metals for cheap. It's a scam. Right. Well, I tell you, it makes you wonder what's going on behind the scenes there. And yeah, sooner or later, if the price is very close to production, all-in sustaining cost is near the actual spot price. It doesn't mean it's likely not going to be very profitable, even with some of the hedging that some of them do. Joyful says, funny how wars have a way of messing up production. China keeps all their mined gold. Indeed, they do. Yep, true that. And we'll see how that lays out. All right, Ken says here, just picked up my first gold coins last week. Congratulations on making that purchase. That is awesome. I figured it was time to get some gold as I already hit my silver goal. I bought some pre-33 gold, in particular a $10 Eagle and a $5 Eagle, both from my LCS. It gave me a pretty good deal I just couldn't pass up. Now that I have those two, now I want more. Awesome. Well, yes, nice to be able to get every size. Will be awesome. In fact, I picked up some pre-33 gold that I've not shown yet on the channel. Hopefully we'll show that soon in relation probably to another coin. Stay tuned for that. And Rose Marie Loop says, I believe silver and gold will go up on December 28, 2024, or before January 2025. All right. So Rose Marie, we'll see what happens. You might be right. It could happen. By the way, actually, technically, it won't happen. Because the markets have closed for today. Tomorrow, the markets are not open. So it can't happen before December 28th, but it could happen before January 20th, 2025. Arjuna 3234 says, no thanks, I am done with silver. It's a hoax. It can't be true that prices always decline when demand increases. Well, it has been the truth for quite some time now, and especially since it's the fourth year, supposedly, as demand increases. And so, yes, it is and will continue to be the case. Mark my words. We're going to continue to see prices decline and go up and down. But again, silver's done very well for this year. You have to look at where it was back in January of this year to where it is now. It's done quite well. So it's not a hoax. Silver can't be a hoax. It's a metal. Now the markets and the like and what's happening with the markets, yes, there very well could be manipulation. In fact, we've documented on this channel quite extensively with JP Morgan. But it does not necessarily equate to suppression, although there are suppressive forces out there. As I've mentioned before, suppression can take the form of what the Federal Reserve does, which manipulates all the markets, and silver it suffers of it. But yes, I would encourage you to hold on to your silver at the very least. I wouldn't sell it. Just hold on to it. Just wait it out. See what happens. Because 2024 was a good year, and likely 2025 is going to be a decent year too. We'll see. All right. Domino's Pizza is on the way from Matthew Crust Life. That's awesome. Good to see B. Taylor is with us, and Junius Maltby is here. Junius, good to see Junius Maltby. He is his channel is I think about a month or two older than my channel. He's been around here as long as I have, a little bit longer. Junius Maltby. Great channel, great guy. He has posted a lot of cool videos and does live streams on the news of the day and good stuff. Great sense of humor, great guy. Check out Junius Maltby. And yes, indeed, a little good news. Yes, we need some good news for sure. Well, we had Christmas. We're all still alive. We're still hanging in there. There's a lot of negativity happening, and we got to be positive. But at the same time, we also need to be realistic for sure. Thank you, JM Elise, for posting a link to Junius Maltby's channel. For sure, appreciate that. Yes, indeed. All right, John Bethia says, I don't buy anything that I can't hold in my hand. No stock unless I can hold a stock certificate like once we held. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Yep, I hear you. And I've never dabbled with the with the paper markets at all with regards to gold or silver. Because remember, if you buy an ETF, it is not you're not buying silver or gold if you buy an ETF. It is merely the exposure to the price of gold or silver, especially silver. When you have 400 and some odd number of those contracts for every ounce of silver mined year over year, that is a manipulative force and a suppressive force now. At the beginning of the SLV, it actually lifted up silver prices, and I think that's kind of what has happened with Bitcoin. That has helped lift up Bitcoin to get to this fervor with the existence of the Bitcoin ETF. But we'll see here. Very good. All right, let's see here. And we've got Dandy Don's Life. The naysayers thought gold was overvalued all along the way. Yes, they sure did. In fact, I myself admittedly had questioned if that was the case. But with what this video talked about, it may take until 2030 to really take effect, but this could be bad news for gold, for sure. All right, let's see here. Hello, Choking Ghost. Good to see you. Tom Larson is here. John Knox is with us tonight. And let's see. Let's move on up here to the next comment. We've got this one about Governor Newsom. Rosemarie, yeah, like Governor Newsom spends a $10 million on a new home, but yet asked the question, where did $26 billion disappear for the homeless? No answer. Yep, exactly. It makes you wonder. Well, and that's just it. That's what I don't like about the left is, they can have an ideology and that's fine. It's the hypocrisy that really gets me about the left. And then there is some of it on the right as well, but mostly it's on the left, and that's what I'm not a big fan of. All right. And Coins A to Z, on this video about platinum, he's a big fan of platinum like I am too. This was kind of a reality check for me, though, on platinum. But Coins A to Z is not discouraged at all. Admittedly, I was, and still am to a degree. I haven't stopped buying platinum, and all it takes for platinum prices to blast off because there's so few major profitable underground ore locations is a long-term mining strike or mine collapse at one of those few major mines. And I think that's the key. It's got to be long-term, and we've not seen that yet. And that could happen, or a major shift in use of catalysts and catalytic converters, which is certainly possible but not likely in 2025. Looks like a good time to get in on platinum while the prices are still affordable. True that. Yep. Very good point. And thank you for that. Coins A to Z. All right. Let's see here. And where we got Silver Sleuth chimes in with this one here. Gold is better than silver in 2024. Marginally controversial video, but anyways, it says here, my opinion on the differences is not based on price. I prefer gold for its beauty and wealth-preserving abilities. I love silver for its beauty and affordability, plus its potential for value storage from its industrial use in the future. I consider silver to be fractional gold despite its milk spot and tarnished vulnerabilities. Yes, no, I hear you. Yep, you're right. And again, I'm still bullish on, just like I said in the video, I am still bullish for silver long term, but we may see, I don't know what the beginning of 2025 is going to look like, but stay tuned. I'll be posting my silver price predictions for 2025 soon. All right. Dennis Niemeyer is here. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate you. Jennifer McDade is with us tonight. And let's see here. We've got Cyber Curtain Twitcher says, hopefully an opportunity for me to pick up some more gold and silver in 2025. I'll see what you did there with the word pick. I like that. Reverend Fry is here. Good to see you. All right. And Hawaii Silver, $36.27 trillion, says that the more they print, the more the dollar is worth. Actually, that's wrong. The amount that they print does not equate to the dollar being worth more. In fact, it's exactly the opposite. The dollar is worth less the more they do that. In fact, it not only causes inflation, which is what we're in right now, but it can also hurt its standing compared to other currencies around the world. Although right now that is not happening in terms of the strength of the dollar, but worth and strength are two different things. And the lower silver goes, so much for basic economic laws. Well, that's just it. Economic laws are never basic. They're never basic. Sadly, that's not the world we live in. In so many different ways, the complexity of the economy in general, not only here in the United States, but globally. Now, there are some basic economic fundamentals from which govern how we do things, and sooner or later, those basic economic fundamentals, which I guess you would say laws, will eventually work their way through and reveal themselves in due course. You cannot hide from those basic laws, supply, demand, those types of things, and other factors. But the complexities of them make that road a very windy one, which means that things can go crazy. And I think that's part of the reasons why we have different economic philosophies, because of the complexity of the markets. However, hopefully you and I will agree that lower taxes and in the free market is the key to success generally overall. And you let the free market work its way through, and you allow that to then everybody prospers all the way up and down social economic ladder. Austrian Stacker is here. Good to see you. And let's see. All right, we've got Janice G 616. All-time high inflation adjusted $3,300 is not so far of what gold is costing right now at $2,600. It's only 25% different. Yep. From all-time high. That did not hold for very long. Comparing of what the price was 2 to 3 years ago when the dollar had similar value and gold cost $1,600. I do not know what the average inflation adjusted price during the 50 or 70 years. If the price is higher than average, there's not much potential for price increase. It might stabilize and it might go down below 2,000. Yeah, you never know. I mean, there's so many different factors, but what's keeping gold up mostly, I think, honestly, is the central banks holding it and continuing to buy it, by the way, too. I think that is putting some pressure on gold, because I think between 25 and 30% of all the gold above ground is held by central banks. And that is something, especially they're emboldened, especially after what happened in April 2019. Bank of International Settlements delegated gold as a tier 1 asset, putting it equal to and on par with gold, or with a dollar rather. Cemetery shop prices are within a tolerable range for buying. If only I could right now. I hear you. Yes, indeed. Yep, it's a good time. If the prices are lower, it's a good time to buy if you have the ability to do so. Richard Metcalf, I think that in the long history of gold, the scenario has probably played out many times before, yet gold still marches on. There's always going to be demand for it. Yep, that's right. There will be. And notice I say that the devastating to the gold industry, but not necessarily to gold itself. Gold will never be devastated. That's for sure. It will never be devastated. F37 Metal says, cool video, great info. Just keep stacking. That's right. He says stanking, but I think he meant stacking. The crap show is about to start. 2025 will be the year that will test all men's souls. Oh, that sounds ominous. Keep those diamond hands. Yes, stay strong. Yep, if there's any message probably I'm going to send in 2025, that is to hold on. Hold on tightly, no matter what happens. But I think hopefully it'll be a good thing. Hopefully there'll be some good changes with Trump getting into office. And with Doge, and if we can cut back some of the government spending and government programs, I think that's going to be a very good thing. That will hopefully help everybody. All right. Glad you guys are here. Appreciate you being with me here tonight. Rusty Nail, 86.7 subs. Come on, 100K. It's a slow roll. I'm trying. I'd love to get there soon. But thank you, Rusty Nail. Appreciate it. Daring Doberman. The old Rhodium bar. Nice. Who's the buyer of this stuff? Not a lot of people. I only know of 2, maybe 3 dealers who would even entertain buying it. Yeah, not very many, based off the research I did. in one of the videos that I posted at the end screen of that video in the Rhodium playlist. Yeah, I have a whole playlist on Rhodium if you go to my channel. The journey of that bar, that one bar, it's crazy. If you're ever bored one night or one day, I've got 15 videos on it and tells you the journey from the very beginning where I bought the bar. I guess these aren't in order. Here it is. That was the first video from 10 years ago, 1 ounce Rhodium bullion bar. And my whole thought process of it all the way up to $30,000 and down to this. It's crazy. But anyways, yeah, all right. Let's get back over here. Ghetto Finger, good to see you, Ghetto Finger. I love that's a cool name, man. I like that. Ghetto Finger. Pretty cool. All right, John Knox here. And let's see. Yeah, maybe you're bored right now. Sorry if I'm not making this more entertaining. I'm trying my best. I guess I could sing and dance. I don't know, but you don't want to see me dance. We stand, it seems, on the precipice of a moment akin to 2008 when silver and gold faltered, only to rise in a rally of historic proportions. The specters of recession and stagflation loom large, heralding a credit crunch and further turmoil in the banking sector. Wisdom would counsel setting cash aside steadily, preparing to acquire gold and silver at their lower ebb, for these are the refuge of prudence in uncertain times. Well, history may not rhyme, but it certainly does. It may not repeat, but it may rhyme. So we may see some semblance of that happen. I don't know. A lot of the things are still in effect. We had a time where there were some banks that failed, but it's been so long since that occurred, it makes you wonder if anything more will come of it. I know some banks in Europe are having some trouble right now, but otherwise, we'll see. We shall see. Jennifer reminds us that at this time last year, silver closed at $23.79, and it's at $29.46 as the close for the weekend here. So that's a pretty good clip, I would say, for silver, indeed. Yep, silver heist, the great silver heist, with the high price of gold and with dwindling identified below ground resources. Sal's message to gold mining companies, let's explore. There you go. Exactly. Amen. Well said. Two brother stacking gold is always going to be mined, but in what quantity is a question. That's exactly right. And that is what is concerning about this video, which is the message that I posted in this video. All right. Very good. Thank you. Thomas Jefferson, probably my favorite president. That's right. Many people, including myself, regard rhenium, which is right next to osmium on the periodic table, as the 7th platinum group metal, being physically in the same grouping as this table. It's not surprising it shares many of the same chemical characteristics, and it is also found inside platinum ore, along with palladium and other PGMs. Yep, and I actually have an ounce of that, and it is true. It probably should be considered that, although some don't for some reason. Also, at peaks of $10,000 a kilo, at one time its price has been even higher than rhodium, and has an annual production of 1/5 of palladium. For these reasons, it's clearly a precious and highly undervalued platinum group metal that I think will, like rhodium, skyrocket someday when it's already many applications demand it. Yes, it is true. It's also rhodium is used to harden the blades of a jet, and it's used there and in other areas for sure. It's basically a metal that's alloyed with others to harden it. That's what she said. So uranium does have that role. I wouldn't mind getting some more of it, but it is not tracked on the exchanges. Neither is osmium or iridium. It only goes to rhodium. There's only 3 platinum group metals that are traded, in the markets that we know of. We see here. I don't know where else you would find those prices, but anyways. All right. EDB 38. Let me get over here. Make this thing happen. Post that here. He says here, I think the argument of silver versus gold is silly. Yeah, I hear you. And as I said in the video, You know, it's just a matter of there are going to always be comparisons between silver and gold. I'm going to continue to make comparisons there, and there's ways and where silver is better than gold, and other ways where it's not. But as far as a stable store of value, gold wins hands down every time. But there are two different metals with different uses, and that's exactly right. Because of this, I've stacked both during my stacking journey and have no problem with that. Me either. I have no problem with you stacking those, and I encourage people to have both. I started stacking silver very slowly in early 2010 and use it as a way to have an asset that did not melt away due to inflation. In late 2013, I started stacking gold. Good job. I think that's great. From 2013 through 19, I stacked both metals. I met my silver stacking gold in 2019, so only buy silver now when I can get a good deal on something I really like, such as high quality pre-21 Morgans, 1964 Kennedy halves, etc. My focus these days is on gold, and I stack maples, eagles, and Britannias. I like fractional gold for the flexibility it gives me in selling, which I plan to do supplement my retirement income. This feature of fractional gold is worth the extra premium to me, although it may not be for others. We are all in it in different in some ways. Yet also, many of us have the same goals. Financial freedom and comfortable retirement is often something which many stackers look forward. Gold is being purchased in large amounts by many central banks, and it is now a Tier 1 asset according to Basel III. This increased my desire to own gold. Yep, me too. I agree with all of that for sure. But the thing is there are arguments as to which one, and I think you're seeing. I think this is probably Ed B. You are essentially you starting to stack gold, starting with silver and then getting to gold, means that you are participating in the argument, so to speak. In other words, it's good to have both, but in the long run, every silver stacker eventually will start to get a little bit more gold because it's because of the differences between the two. It's not a bad thing, but as far as what has done better and performed better in 2024, we're making a little bit of a comparison there. That's okay. Doesn't mean I'm against silver, but good comment. Thank you. Gary Cronin. I grew up in Willow, Alaska, when it had a dirt road. Gold mining was about the only industry. I made a decision to wait 30 years to get serious about it, but I'd found it's hard, lonely work. I'm not going to be going back as I'm rich enough, and my memories of my first try paid off in many ways. I love my gold and silver and my efforts. Alaska is worth more than gold, but you best know what it means to go out in the wild before you try. Research survival in the wilderness at the very least and understand that nothing is free. Exactly right. That's pretty cool that you had that experience for sure. All right. Let's see here. Tony Erickson, how do you weed through all the BS online of how much a coin is? I have a nickel. They say it's worth $250. Then I read it's worth $1,000. As you know, I'm new to all this. Well, if you know the mint mark and the of the piece and rather in the condition of it, then you can look on eBay on completed listings. I think that's really what it is, this nickel that you've got there. But I think you got to have to understand exactly what it is, the condition of it, the mint mark, and everything like that to know. The Red Book is a good resource just to give you an idea of retail price. In other words, likely it's going to be over. You're not going to get Red Book price for it, but you'll get an idea. I would encourage you, Tony, to get a Red Book to start. But you're going to probably want to get an idea of some level of grading to get an idea of how to grade, at least on a very basic level. Oh man, thank you, JM Unleashed. Very kind. The first super chat of the night says no push-ups necessary, just making sure the button works. Thank you. Well, you know me. I got to do some push-ups. Very kind of you. First super chat of the night. Thank you so much, JM. Let's make it happen for you. Thank you. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you, JM. All right. And we did them real quick there. Thank you, my friend. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Let's see. And Richard Metcalf says, I sold all my palladium except for a ballerina minted in the USSR. Yes, that's cool. I sold at the peak and moved it into gold when gold was low. Still holding on tight to my platinum. That's awesome. Way to go. You did great on that. Palladium got to over $3,000 an ounce for a period of time. And Cemetery Shop says this, I haven't given up on silver, but right now gold is in the driver's seat. Quite sure if silver goes up, I'll be able to buy it. Not so with gold. The increasing prices are much harder to get ahead of. Now is the appointed time to buy gold. Yep. No, I hear you. Yep, exactly. I think a lot of people are feeling the same as you, and myself included. Rusty Nail is here. Good to see Rusty Nail. Always appreciate your kind comments and good mornings and everything. Appreciate it. Good to see you. D Glass is with us tonight. I've got some coffee here, but no alcohol. Oh, yeah. Bubble bath does sound good. I wouldn't mind a bubble bath. Get a little bit of bubbly in the bath. Nice. MM12684. I saw rhodium way down and tried to find some to buy cheap. Couldn't find any. Yep, I tell you, it's tough. It was tough to find them for sure. Mutant Rife, who we've not seen in a while. Appreciate him coming back here. He says this. The Federal Reserve balance sheet is currently back to approximately the level of June 2020. It needs to drop back to June of 2020, 2019 levels and then lower. The balance sheet. I guess what specifically in that balance sheet is at the level of June 2020. All right, PC Coinstar is here. Good to see you. Frostbite is here. Steve LaPointe is with us tonight. Good crowd. Man, you guys are great. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. All right, where are we at? We've got Gatita says, shame on the glitch. Anything above silver is way above my budget. Those are sweet, spicy bars. Sweet and spicy. Thank you so much, Katita. Appreciate it. Oh, man, Tucson Bubba for Sal's Coffee Fun Slurp. Thank you. Man, Tucson Bubba, appreciate that. We're going to do that in stereo. Everybody put your headphones on for an epic stereo slurp. Here we go. Boom shalaka. If only I could have put some ping pong delay on that for added effect, that'd be even better. But yeah, it's a low budget here on the Salivate Metal channel. I'm glad that Tucson Bubba is here because we had somebody here that was questioning silver's ability to protect and preserve your wealth over the long course of time. And if I remember correctly, Tucson Bubba has been stacking silver for over 40 years and has kept up with his purchases on a spreadsheet. And he has proven anecdotally that it can be done and has been done. And the thing is if I remember, correct me if I'm wrong in speaking out of turn, Tucson Bubba, but if I got that right, Tucson Bubba has been stacking and has been kept track of all his purchases and has done the math and has preserved his wealth, which includes premiums and all that jazz. That means that anecdotal evidence, as long as I'm not speaking out of turn, can be applied to anyone at any time over the last 40 years, especially if you buy on a consistent basis and bear itself out to be the truth, right? Am I wrong on that? It just seems like, I guess there may be some slight exceptions, but anyways. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. How does one tank 2025, Alan Gold? How am I going to tank a year? I don't know how I would do that. Am I going to buy a tank? Or am I going to sink 2025, take the actual year and put it in the toilet? I don't know. Will it fit in a toilet? That's what I want to know. Bill Arrington is here. Good to see you. We've got 79 is with us tonight. I do acknowledge her presence. And I'm ashamed that I actually gave Alan Gold any attention and acknowledge his presence too, but I did. And I'm ready to receive some presents from Alan Gold, by the way. Where are my presents, Alan Gold? You know what I mean? I got nothing from him from Christmas, not even a lump of coal or a lump of palladium or platinum bar. I didn't even get a platinum bar from him. Glad you guys are with us tonight. Appreciate you being here. Each and every one of you guys. See some new folks here. We've got Collector Invest, silver, gold, and low production collectibles, low mintage coins, and old recalled items. Nice. It's fun to collect. Yes, indeed. For every sip, buy the dip. I like that, C. Shankin. Appreciate that. Good to see you. All right. Glad you guys are with us here tonight. James Smith is here. All right. And let's see. Cultural currency. I did a study over the last 5 years of silver versus bank accounts, and the numbers were strongly towards silver, and inflation was accounted for. As you know, that might skew standard years. Yes, indeed. Thank you. All right. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Thanks for letting us know that. That's cool. All right. Congratulations, Shane Corning, an engraver's vice for Christmas. Congratulations. All right, let's get over here to Mrs. Coin Crew, the lovely Mrs. Coin Crew. Buy as much gold as you can afford. There you go. Yes, indeed. And Electric Ninja, still salivating over silver, buying on these dips. Yes, good opportunity. And Zardal says, coming in to feed this algorithm. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you so much. Michael Hicks, thanks for educating. Well done. And I thank you for watching. I wish that more people knew about the little things a lot more than we do. That 100th monkey would be much sharper. Yes, indeed, for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. And I've been thinking the GSR would hit 100 again. Just waiting for that. It's getting close to 90 right now. I tell you what, that would be somewhat discouraging, but we'll see what happens. It is quite possible we see a bigger dip in precious metals at the beginning of the year that we could see 100. Bill 457 says this. Looking at all the gold coins I used to have, a lot of those, just thinking if I had all that gold coin since I started collecting, I would have a good amount of gold. I hear you. Hindsight is 20/20 for sure. And that's why in 2017 I started buying more gold. Decidedly then, trying to take advantage of the thought, just in case it goes up, I don't want to be able to have to go back and say, well, if only. Like because I thought you're the same thing as you, Bill. Back in 2002, 2001, when the price was around $260 an ounce. If only, you know what I mean? It's crazy how much gold we could have amassed. But then again, earned a whole lot less back then, and $300 was not pocket change, that's for sure. And really, it's still not pocket change these days. But anyways, all right. We've got here from same name on this video says the following. My wife loves when I'm sitting at the dinner room table, sipping her coffee, reading her news, and here comes Uncle Sal with the heavy metal intro, disturbing the morning peace. Thank you, same name. I love it. Thank you. All right. I love it. Thank you so much. Glad to disturb a little peace there. Do a slurp for CCT with his new headphones. Oh, you got some new headphones. That's cool. Nice. All right. Very good. Let's see here. All right. We've got Thomas Chu on a video from this morning. Let's get to this here. No other scammers have called me. We've not had any scheduled. I guess they're all taken off for the holidays. We just had that one we started out with beginning of the night. We started this year 2024 with no silver and no gold. I just placed our last order for the year. So excited for the new year. We purchased a total of 160 ounces and 4 ounces of gold. We have no debt and paid for a home, maxing out our 401ks, a robust emergency fund, and a decent taxable brokerage account. The metals are simply icing on the cake. Not bad in my view. Well, way to go. That is awesome. Congratulations. You've done very well. That is amazing. Dove season is here. Zardos is with us tonight. Good crowd. You guys are amazing. Let's see. There is one scammer that did text me. Let me see if I can get. Let me see if I can call the number. Let's see if it even does. Does it?
Thanks for the call.
Nope. Let's see here. Hello. Let's get this person to the call here. Let's see here. All right. Bilal says, what about the 1,000 metric tons gold discovery in China? Will gold prices drop? Well, if you go to my channel, I did a video on that. If you go to the channel and scroll all the way to the right and type in China gold, let's see what pops up here. Let's see here. Now, what did I call that video? Anyways, I did a video on it recently, fairly recently, within the last month or so. But bottom line is, it's not. They probably don't have that much gold that was discovered in China. It's probably fake news. Dennis Niemeyer, buy the dips, back up the trucks. Beep beep. There you go. Coins A to Z is here. Good to see Coins A to Z. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. Happy New Year coming up in a few days. That's right. Hard to believe 2024 is almost over. William Scott says, I thought if gold supply dwindles, prices would shoot up. Yes. But it has not. Well, if the gold supply dwindles, prices will go. Yeah, you thought it would, and it could. It likely probably will. But it may not be a good thing, though. And that's kind of the point of the video. Nice display, Sal. Thank you, Lulu Lucky Stacker. I appreciate that. In the videos, I do like to try to show some pieces to, keep your attention possible. All right. Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you. Jay Monlise has posted a link to it. Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you. That's the one. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. All right. Silver Sleuth says this and the following. If only someone had warned us about inflation, right? But I stand behind my prediction for PMs until mid-March. Silver bottom from 24.50 to 26.50. Gold bottom from 22.50 to 26.50. At least that's what my crystal ball made of tinfoil shows me when Venus is in line with Mars. There you go. All right. Yes, exactly. Well, we'll see what happens. In some ways, I kind of hope you're right. It'd be a good buying opportunity for sure. Within that range. By the way, a little something, if you want to know if it's a good time to buy silver, let's do a little experiment here, shall we? If my memory serves me from what JM has taught me, this is what we do to find out if silver is a good buy. If we go over here, we can type in moving. Let's see here. Boom, boom. We're going to do this, and then we're going to, let's see here. Where is it? This. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on a second. We got to do this. We got to go to days. Uh, 50. See if I'm doing this right. And 200. Those are the. Hopefully, I'm right. So this is the moving averages, right? If silver is below these moving averages, especially under both of them, that means it's a good time to buy. As a general rule for technical analysis, if you go under that, and that was so cool when he showed me this. On a live stream with Niels Han Dynasty. They talked about a lot of cool stuff, by the way, but JM Unleashed really knows his stuff. I'm not a chart guy, so this is intriguing. He's showed me a lot on the charts anyway, but that is really cool. So these are the two lines, and if you want to know, as a general rule, this is not financial advice, but this tends to be a good area for buying as a general rule there, especially below this bottom one there. So there you go. All right, very good. A lot of Head and Shoulders, yes indeed. I like heads and I use that shampoo, but it makes my scalp itch. John Knox, the Head and Shoulders. Although I don't know if they have Head and Shoulders in the United Kingdom, but yes indeed. Relative premium versus relative discount. There you go. All right. Very good. All right, let's get back over here to this. We've got my kitten as a grandmaster. If gold goes down, that could be a great opportunity for those just getting started or don't have a lot of money to buy right now. Yep, that's true. Always a good opportunity if gold and silver goes down to buy at your budget level for sure. Oh, whoa, Steve is watching Sal on the big TV while I text the phone. Awesome. Thank you, Steve Lapointe. I appreciate it. It's cool. It's amazing. Thank you. It's an honor to be on a big screen. Who would have thought it? Very good. And by the way, if you are in that mood to buy or if it's within your budget, wait for these dips. Then check out channel sponsor Summit Metals. And if you're brand new, if you're a first-time customer, they have a deal for you. 5 ounces of silver at spot. Just type in the code new customer at checkout to get a promotional 5 ounces at spot for new customers. But they have deals and other things too. Just keep them in mind as you're browsing other websites to see if they can be competitive. That's really all I ask, and that's all they are asking me to ask of you. All right, good. Thank you. All right, thank you so much, Jay Monlease. Very good. All right. If gold does a hard drop, I'm backing up the truck. That's right. That's a good idea. Good idea. All right. And let's get back over here to Mojave Gold. Chimes in with this, says, very beautiful display. The cost and risk of gold exploration and mine development with its years-long delays to reach production has always hampered the mining industry. Yep, I think the mines will continue to be open whenever the spot price of the finished product exceeds total production cost by a wide margin. Yep, I think especially gold probably, they're going to keep that going for as long, but sooner or later they're going to run out, right? And I think that's why, that's the fear. But anyways, very good. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. And we've got the F37 metal. Says it's a great time to get in on the dips. Indeed it is. And keep those diamond hands. People who have weak hands this year are going to regret selling their gold and silver because tough times are ahead. Those who held fast will be great position for the year 2025 and the foreseeable future. Yes, exactly right. Tough times ahead. We need to have tough times ahead. We need strong hands. We need strong hands for our gold and silver. No question about that. All right. Good evening, Sal. Good evening to you, Rusty. He popped in earlier in the live stream. I appreciate him stopping by. And Bellows Forged says this. Let me get over to this. You are truly the master of metals. I'm impressed that you have rhodium. What other rare metals do you own? Well, thank you, Bellows Forge. Appreciate that. I've got some tungsten. Did a tungsten full stack. I've got rhenium. I've got, I think I have molybdenum, I believe. I think I have some of that. Titanium. There's several others, but those are just off the top of my head. Nickel, zinc. All kinds of different ones, but yes, indeed. Thank you. 4 Wheels from Rob. Best PM market updates on YouTube. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. I could stand to be better. I'm sure there's others that are better, much better and more articulate than I, but thank you so much. Coins A to Z. Will a pro-economy new administration get industrial demand for silver up? I'm hoping so. I think so, and that could cause the price to go up. If we get industrial demand up to the point where it exceeds this year and we see that happen, then I think that is quite possible that we may see that, and that will be good for silver's price. And in some ways, I'm sort of betting on that, but we'll see. All right. And let's see here. Big thanks to the supplier of my gift membership. Love the support, love the dedication to continuing Sal making great content. It is appreciated so much. And thanks. We've had a couple of rock stars with gifting channel memberships like Tony Erickson. We have Sin City's done some, and as well as Zardoz and Lars Job. Probably one of those. But yes, indeed. There's Rob Moran. Okay, it's Rob Moran. 4 Wheels from Rob. Okay, there we go. It just has the handle here, which is so Rob Moran. Thank you. Appreciate that, my friend. Homestead Aquarius. Thank you, Sal. Learned a lot from you for this. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. To some Bubba, your video was informative, insightful, and educational. I would rate it a 10. Well, thank you. There's a few others that didn't like it for some reason. I've heard everything from it was just incoherent babbling or to this, but yours, and I appreciate that very much. I think there's just some people that don't have anything better to do than just to insult. Kevin Malone, Sal, you're an education. Thank you for your work. Thank you. I appreciate that. And like I said, I always appreciate constructive criticism. But the key word is being constructive, and some people, they just don't, they're just, they're not very constructive in their criticism. Thank you, Edwardy. I appreciate that. But I do welcome it. I tend to, if somebody's just rude or just insulting, well, I tend to respond in kind. And I had one person that was, and he was shocked at my response. It's like, you can't take criticism, feedback, and, it's like, well, that's not feedback. If you're just insulting somebody, that's not feedback. That's trolling. There's a big difference between an insult and constructive criticism. Oh, man, you should have seen the exchange with this person I had today on that video. It was crazy. It was absolutely insane. Some people are just, I scratched my head. Anyways, Joyful, a dip in price is a gift. Hope for lower. Exactly right. It is a gift. And Hot-Headed Joel, who's one of those who mostly, there are rare exceptions, but he mostly just kind of is a little bit snarky. But he says a dip is never a gift. That's what silver is known for. A dip means all you own is not now worth less. That's not a gift. Well, sure it is. It's a gift if you're buying. If you're buying, it is a gift. It's a gift if you want to buy, and it's not a problem unless you sell. Then that's definitely not a gift. If you're selling, that's the only time that it's not a gift. If you're holding, and especially if you are getting ready to buy, it is definitely a gift. No question about that. All right. Let's see here. Let's do a few more of these. We've got, hopefully we will see beyond $30 silver. I think we will. I think we're going to get there again. I just don't think it's going to happen by the end of the year. And Martin Babakin, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, says, I'm from Norway. Our currency is collapsing. Can you please pump instead of dump on silver? Wow. Interesting. Well, in your currency, it's probably doing great then, Martin. And I'm sorry to hear about your currency, but I've already done a video recently about silver reaching an all-time high in Australian dollars. But their currency is not collapsing, so check silver in your currency. So I've done a video like that already. So it's already been done. Like I said, there's a lot of content on this channel. Most of what people ask, I've already done a video on. Ken Mazel, huge short positions primarily on the SLV is what I heard smashed silver. Yep. And I think a lot of that is due in part to the strength of the dollar as well. But yep, and people making those big moves. Yep, large volumes. Sure. All right. Kenny Ledford says this. I have a feeling a lot of people will continue buying silver. What happens if cost averaging keeps stacking? Some say on every video, give me a break. Half of the people will start buying as soon as next month. I bought 5 ounces of silver this week. Maybe that's why I'm on a rant. But seriously, people were so hyped about buying silver on the spot was low and premiums were way too high. Yep, exactly. This is the time, the best time to buy is when premiums are low and spot prices are low. Essentially when it's unloved. When it's unloved. Yes, indeed. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. Good to see you. All right. Cemetery Shop. I love the volatility of gold and silver prices. Just when I think the cheap buying spree is over, I get dragged back in with a dip. Yep. Exactly. Yep. There you go. I hear you. Carrie Taryn. Yes, I think you're safe. No, $40 silver before the new year. Can't even hit $30 and stay there. But all in all, it's been a good year. Yep. I think I'm going to be winning a bet. In fact, I must be willing to double that bet right now, or even triple it, or quadruple it. That's right. Thank you, Carrie. We've not seen Pakistani, but maybe I'm sure he'll come back. Culture of currency. I sure hope it drops. I would love to buy more, but also would like to see how the volatility would render on my metrics I'm tracking with generic silver versus premium silver. Yeah, that'd be a very interesting video to see what your results are on that. Anonymous Stacker. I haven't stopped buying silver. I'm only buying gold. All right. Or I have stopped buying silver, only buying gold. And I think there comes a point in time when people stacking journey where they do that. They move hard to the other metal. I myself have been stacking both. Right, very good. All right, let's see here. Very good. Okay, so JM is reporting that in almost every other currency. I just thought it was Australian dollars, but some other currencies where it got too high, but an all-time high in other currencies. Wow, okay, cool. That would be neat to get to see how many. I know not just Australian. I know I did the one on Australian, but likely others. That'd be wild to see how many hit an all-time high. That's cool. Cash is still king after physical metal. There you go. Indeed it is. You're right. Kevin Malone says, the drop is a great buy, more because it will go way up. It's just that feeling of things to come. But even if it doesn't go way up, hold and continue to stack. In other words, I would not necessarily bet or wager on it exploding, going to the moon, triple-digit silver. Do not buy out of fear or unexpected hope that it's going to go up. I think we just should stack based off of this long-term proposition of wealth preservation. Then you're not setting yourself up for disappointment. All right, folks. Well, this has been a great time tonight. I appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with me here on this Friday night. Good times indeed. I'm going to leave you with some sage advice that I think will serve you well in your life. And that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. And we're going to be back here on Sunday night, so stay tuned. Take care, all. Have a good night.